Hey, my Taurus babies, this is EJ from Taurota Tarot. I hate it I can't play my music. That just sucks. Anyway, boom, boom. This is going to be for Taurus and Aquarius, October, November 2019. We're going to do 3 for the recent past, 3 for current energy, and 3 for future energy. I'll pull 2 cards for overall, and I will let the oracle the oracle cards fall where they will. Mercury is getting ready to go retrograde. I'm just saying. What's happening, y'all? What is happening? It has been a crazy, fuck the ass 2 weeks. That's what I know. There were some high points that immediately took a nosedive and went nowhere. I'm just saying. Anyway, off of me and on to you. I hope everybody is good. Housekeeping. Let's see, thank you to everybody that has liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. I love and appreciate y'all so much. For the month of October, I'm doing $20 private readings. Needless to say, I have been busy every day this month. Hurry up and get yours before we get to the end of the month. You can hit me up at tarotatarot@gmail.com. All the other little pertinent information is below. Thank you very much. Yeah, poor Taurus. I don't even want to flip the cards. I already know it's been a struggle. It continues to be a struggle. What the hell? Somebody hit me up inbox a couple days ago. It's like, damn, when are we going to get out of hell? I don't know. I promise you I don't know. I'm just as frustrated and pissed off as most of you are. There is a lot of movement. What's unfortunate about any of it is that Taurus, you can't see it. You can only just kind of sit in your feels and know something is happening, but not clear on what is happening. So I feel you. I need to wipe my lens off. Take that and do that. That's better. I feel you. I hate to keep saying it because I know I sound like 5 million other readers on YouTube. That's gonna get better. Just wait till tomorrow. Yeah, okay. Fuck tomorrow. But truthfully, this is the end of a cycle for us, and it's not the end of a 2 or 3 year cycle. This is the end of a big cycle for us. And so there's a lot of shit that's going to get schlepped through the house, and it's going to leave footprints on the floor and handprints on the walls, because it's shit that we haven't cleared up. Even if it's with new people, it's issues, processes that we haven't cleaned up, worked on, however that's resonating with you. So that's what's going on right now. The thing with Taurus and Aquarius is communication right now. That's the biggest thing I can say. I'm going to pull these cards and see what they have to say. So Taurus, this is from, you are the primary for this reading. So this is your perspective. So your overall is authority. And underneath all of that is a stand your ground. From the recent past, obstacles and challenges, harmony, material and spiritual prosperity. Current is emotional loss, partnerships and alliances, conflict and defeat. Future, truth, intuition, and disruption. From the bottom of this deck, overall on the front end is authority, and that's pulling the 7 of coin. The back end, stand your ground, is pulling the high priestess, okay? That's a reminder that I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. Obstacles and challenges is pulling the 9 of cups. Harmony is pulling the 4 of coin. Material and spiritual prosperity, pulling the judgment card. Current energy, emotional loss is pulling the princess of coins. Partnership and alliances, your centerpiece and challenge card, is pulling the 5 of swords. Conflict and defeat is pulling the 4 of swords. Future energy, the truth, is pulling the Knight of Wands. Intuition is pulling the 2 of coin. And disruption is pulling the wheel of fortune. Mm. Taurus, the best thing, I know it's a lot of y'all gonna be in my inbox tonight. The hell you saying? The best thing that I can say about this whole reading and the whole situation with the Aquarius, this is future energy, but I'm telling you, this is before the end of the year energy. Okay. The best thing is to let the Wheel of Fortune do what the Wheel of Fortune is going to do. This is, I want to say a hot mess, but it's not. There's a lot of stuff going on, and neither one of y'all are on the same page. And it's a hot mess. Okay, let me start at the beginning. The Seven of Coins sitting on top of the Authority. So, Taurus, this is you. And right now, you feeling like the boss because you done been through all the shit, said all the shit, done all the shit, and are the shit pretty much. And so when I see this, it's the I ain't brooking no shit off nobody card. That's about where we get with this. You are the authority on you and probably everybody else in the room. That's about where we're at. And this is your overall energy. You just are commanding that you're not trying to hear no bullshit. And it's not about right or wrong or left or right. It's about I'm not trying to deal with bullshit. If you're not coming correct, move along. On top of that, Seven of Coins in this deck is about achieving goals and achieving harmony and nurturing shit and making shit grow and talking to it and watering it and shit. And this is where you are now. And this is your energy, Taurus. This is all you all day long. Trying to make this shit grow. And listen to what I'm saying, because I'm not saying it incorrectly. You're trying to make some shit grow. But the reality is, this is done. I know. Y'all like, what? The fuck? So here we come with her. And this is what the bottom end. This is what's holding you down, energy, your gut. This is the real deal. You got a girl here, and you were right up on top of this situation. You were looking at it from every angle, and I mean, you got a microscope and a magnifying glass, a flashlight, and some more shit, and some help from the moon, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. And underneath all of that, it's about you standing your ground, but you can't stand your ground with somebody that's not dealing with you right now. Not trying to have no real conversation, y'all feel me? Not trying to dig too deep. Aquarius is being real shifty right here. Looking at your recent past with the obstacles and challenges. You were trying to make this happen. But the obstacles, there were more obstacles with this situation than the law allowed. And so trying to get any kind of success was, let's just empty the cup out. Which, on the other hand, this is water energy, got a lot of Tauruses on the path to just being in their emotional shit. I'm going to just put that there. Trying to have any kind of harmony, this is recent past now, had you guarded. Because it's not just about infidelity. I'm sure for some of you, that's what I'm going to see that. You're going to tell me, hey, take that Aquarius cheated on me, that Taurus cheated on me. But these are bigger issues than that. And I know some of y'all are like, what's bigger than that? This is about one or the other of you. And I'm going to say it's probably not you, Taurus, and maybe more Aquarius. They're not in their game right now. They're out of their element. I don't know what caused this or what got them in this situation, but they are way out of their element and way out of their depth. Come on now, look at the doggone picture. That's a long way to go if you're trying to fall somewhere. And so all the obstacles that they brought into this relationship, Taurus, really kept you from having any kind of victory and success. The same here, because we're Taurusans. So this picture, fuck what it says at the bottom, just a picture. This is us all day long. This is what we're looking for. Commitment, we don't care. Just the commitment. That's what we want. That's what we after. That because once we know everything at home is cool, we know we can fly to the sky. It just is what it is. But when this ain't cool, we ain't cool. All of this, I'm going to just put this here, caused you to be here. And when you're guarded Taurus, that does not have a damn thing to do with harmony whatsoever. But you were still trying to achieve this even though you were moving in very, very guarded energy. Rightfully so. You didn't want to get hurt. You didn't want to hurt anybody. Come on now. With just being careless with words. However, you were still guarded, and that prevented you from having any kind of harmony with this Aquarius. You get to the end of the recent past with the Judgment on the material and spiritual prosperity card. There was a decision that had to be made. Some of you had to make it not just for the sake of just trying to put some framework around the relationship, but for your own sanity, damn it. Money, mental, all of it. You had to just stop what you were doing so you could put some framework around what was going on. A lot of you made a decision. You were either going to back up or back out. Either way, you couldn't do all of this and keep all these balls in the air. I feel for a lot of you, this is a relationship you really thought had some potential at some point. I mean, the Nine of Cups is just not showing up for that. And in this deck, that's about wishes coming true and victory. That shit don't just pop up for no doggone reason. So that if it's here, I know that's what you were trying to achieve. That this is here, even though the energy in it is all fucked up, or what you would call a reversal, that the card is here. You got to get here before you can get here. Come on now. You wanted this. You wanted to really have this to be the end of whatever dating situationship shit you were going through. You wanted this to be it because you genuinely liked this Aquarius. But again, this wasn't so much you. I'm just not getting Taurus energy, but a lot of Aquarian energy, which is up in the air because it's an air sign, which you want, the water toters. And I know you try to figure out what Aquarius really is. Are you air or water? But if you really study Aquarius, they're definitely air. And they move water. But that's another story for another day. At any rate, a lot of you, recent past, and I'm going to go back a couple months and say the end of July, 1st of August, maybe even September, you just said, fuck it, I'm done. Thanks, bye. Or I need a break because I can't do you and this. A lot of you are doing other things, trying to move your career along, trying to go back to school and move that along, where you can't have everything moving along and you got this big uh-oh hanging over your head. So recent past, a lot of you put the kibosh on this in some form or fashion, and I don't feel like it was a permanent thing for anybody. It was just really to get away from, step back from everything that was going on so you could get some kind of clarity. It required that you made a hard, fast decision to do so, but it is what it is. Getting to the current energy, that decision, because you have to remember, air signs are a lot like water signs, particularly Pisces as a water sign, because Pisces are fish. And so Cancer is a crustacean, Scorpio is a damn crustacean. You know, they're things that have shells on them, but fish are fish. And when they get startled, and Aquarius has this energy in them, they move. You ever seen a whole school of fish just move? Same with this, same kind of energy. When you made this decision, you backed them right up into the corner, Taurus. I know for some of you, this might be vice versa energy, so it might be Aquarius to put Taurus in the corner. But for this reading, it's really resonating back for the Taurus. And since that's who I'm reading for, I'm just going with that. But however it's played out, when this decision was made, somebody was like, oh no, we're done. No, through. And Taurus, let me just talk to Taurus. Let me just talk to Taurus. When you make these kind of moves. And this is a Taurus move. Don't get that shit wrong. This is us all day long. Show up like the damn Grim Reaper, flag in hand, telling somebody, what? No, this is us. Don't get that part twisted. Sometimes when we do our holier than thou bull dance, we intimidate people. That's what I'm trying to say, and that's what the universe is trying to give me to say. We intimidate people. And so if you're in a relationship with someone and then you just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm done. You fucking with my money now, you messing with my head, you messing with my time, you messing with all my extra little shit with your bullshit, I'm done. And this is where you are currently, Taurus. Kind of just stuck. Don't know, should I go backwards or forwards? And with the Princess of Coins sitting on top of this, you're trying to be resourceful. Some of you are like, fuck it, okay, I did what I did. You know, this is not done, but I can't sit here and wait. So you're trying to make good use of your time. You're trying to make good use of your resources. You're trying to reflect on what's going on. This is earth energy as well. So you're trying to make this make some sense to you. Again, old girl right here, just all up on the crystal ball. Just all up on. And usually this comes back as crazy, shady, fucked up energy. But right here, it's coming back as, oh, I don't know. It's hot. It's angry. It's not happy. It's frustrated. It's, you know, how come I can't see this side, but I can only see a part over here? And what is that? And who is that? And it's just, it feels like a steady litany of questions and just question marks popping up all over the place because, Taurus, you're not feeling grounded in this situation. Let's just move to your challenge card and your obstacle, your centerpiece, the partnership and alliances. There's a lot of unhealthy shit here. A lot of toxicity, a lot of back and forth. This is, I think, along with Sagittarius and Taurus, is one of those relationships this year that's kind of been in and out and back and forth and up and down and here and there. And trying to put any kind of, I don't know, structure to this at this point is almost impossible. Now, what's funny about this reading is, like I said, you really, a lot of you are just going to have to wait to see what the Wheel of Fortune is going to kick out. And this is going to be sooner rather than later. So if you're thinking this is going to be next year, Juneteenth, July 4th, some shit, no. Let's think before New Year's this year. How about that? Let's just think New Year's Eve this year. So before any of that, this is going to happen. In this happening, there's going to be some disruption. Now, in my head, with this deck, the difference between this and the Tower card is the Tower card is complete and total chaos. Building is shook up from the flow up. People falling out the building. Buildings tilted to the side. The water's crashing up on the sides. This, however, this is about rearranging the blocks in your life. Come on now. And it's disruption. You're talking about moving in with somebody, moving out with somebody, or moving somewhere else with somebody. That's disruption. Universe kind of giving you a heads up of what's to come. However, before we get to that, you're going to have to change your attitude. You, Taurus, not Aquarius, you, Taurus, are going to have to change your attitude, even though this is their sign and this is their card and this air and yah. Okay, good. But Taurus, you are going to have to change your attitude. I dare say Aquarius needs to change theirs as well in order for this to become any kind of partnership or fucking alliance, and i.e. friendship, anything. Attitudes are going to have to change. And it's just across the board. Aquarius, you need to step up your game. If you're trying to make this a committed relationship, you can't half-step this bullshit. And if you're in one of your moods where you want to be free and fly around the air, then leave the Taurus alone. Ooh, I said that out loud. Yeah. Leave the Taurus alone. Taurus, if you already can see that this is going to be one of them situations that goes on for the next 5 years where it's just going to constantly be a battle, and you're not willing to change your attitude about this person or this relationship, it's not going to be easy. I'm going to just put it out there. It's not going to be easy. And if you are not willing to put in the time and the commitment that it's going to take to make this thing go any kind of up, you're going to have to change your attitude. If you are not capable of doing that, maybe it's time to let it go. I'm just throwing it out there. When we get to the end of our current energy, it is very much about feeling that conflict. Why do I want to stay in this situation? I'm not changing. They're not changing. Come on. Just defeat. About taking a step back, getting your composure, resting, rejuvenating. Mind you, oh, there's another air card. Aquarius is doing this anyway. While you running around, Taurus, I know my Taurus is trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Sky camming on Facebook, on Instagram, looking at pictures, Holland folks. Girl, you see that? Girl, I ain't seen that. What you looking at? You know what I'm saying? But, Aquarius is over here macking and chillacking. I'm just saying, and there's something there. It's Taurus. You the one feeling the conflict and defeat. Hold it. Now, I'm not saying the Aquarius is not feeling the conflict and defeat. That's not what I'm saying at all. But you're feeling more of it. Well, I'm glad I figured that out. Sorry, Taurus. At any rate, if it's not saying Aquarius is not feeling the conflict and defeat. That's not what I'm saying at all. They are. But they've chosen to step back and take a break. While you, on the other hand, falling down the stairs, oh Lord, what I'm going to do? That energy. That's where you are currently. To come out of this, Taurus, you're going to have to do a couple things. Number one, you're going to have to get in the present moment. You can't, and I said this in another Taurus reading, I don't know if it was a weekly update or weekend update, but you cannot be stuck so far in the past that you can't figure out what's going on right now. And you can't be thinking so far into the future that you don't feel what's going on right now. You're going to have to get to the truth of the matter. You're going to have to get to the truth of the matter. And it could be one of 2 or 3 ways. You love this person, but you can't deal with this person. You hate this person, you don't want to be with this person. Or you want to wait to see what's going to happen with this person. You're going to have to get into the truth of what you are, though, Taurus. Not what the Aquarius is doing, not what anybody else is doing. How do you feel? What is your truth about this? You love this person, but, you know, they're just not living up to what you think they should be living up to. And that sometimes is a hard truth to deal with. For some people, you can just deal with it. You know, yeah, I know you ain't living up to your potential, whatever. But other people that you really care about, it's hard to see them just wandering around aimlessly, if you will, or, you know, on some bullshit and not seeing what you see. But the thing is, what you see, they're not seeing what you see. Come on now. And they may not ever see what you see, Taurus. That's the bigger thing. You the one standing there looking out the window. Yeah. So, with that, I'm going to come back here because if you look, this is a 20. Well, guess what next year is 20. And if I had to just put some shit on this, I would say this person is standing there looking toward their future. In their truth. But you're going to have to get present right here, right now. And this is future energy, but this should be the energy that you're striving to get towards. To be in the present moment. Stand up in any kind of truth that you have and start looking towards your future. I'm not saying give up the present. Don't get so far off into the future that you forget the present is existing. but start looking toward a different, maybe I need to say it like that, future. Start following your intuition. This is future energy. Listen to what your gut is telling you. If your gut is telling you this is not going anywhere, you just spinning your damn wheels, then maybe you need to listen to that. If something is telling you to sit tight, this person has things going on. They've got things they need to deal with, areas in their life where they need growth. Listen to what your intuition is telling you, Taurus. A lot of times a committed relationship is not all that everybody thinks it is. Not all the time two people together. Sometimes that commitment will take you around the world and back again just so you can get together. I'm just saying. Listen to your intuition, Taurus. And when you listen to your intuition, don't get wishy-washy. Don't flip-flop and go back, well, I don't know if my intuition said this, or I don't know if I felt something. No. Listen to what your intuition is saying and trust it. Don't get everything all up in the air because you're not 100% sure. If you are not sure, they make notebooks and pens. That's what meditation is for. I'm just saying all the things that you can do to get some clarity. Because I feel like a lot of you need to get some clarity so you can have some kind of movement forward, positive or otherwise. You just need some movement forward. But a lot of this, Taurus, is you. Because even though this is in future energy, two things right here, and this is our energy. You're guarded and you're being wishy-washy. One minute you're saying, oh, hell no, I can't do this shit. And the next minute, oh, I miss my boo-boo. And so, the universe is just kind of sitting back going, well, what is it? Which one is it? I'm just throwing shit up on the wall, calling it as it's coming to me. It is what it is, Taurus. And for those Aquariuses cross-watching, if you haven't been communicating with your Taurus, because you being petty, or you being shady, or you doing some other shit, shame on you. Don't be mad at the Taurus for doing what the Taurus is doing, and you're not contributing. And there's some of that energy here. I feel like there's a lot more of this going on than just what I'm reading here in the little cards. A lot of y'all done just stepped right the hell on back, so far back can't nobody see you. A lot of you are not communicating right now. That energy is prevalent. A lot of you are communicating, but it's stunted. You get a text message, or you send a text message, you don't get a reply for 2 hours. Come on now. Is that the kind of relationship you trying to have? All that conflict and defeat? Sometimes you just have to let some shit go and just let it go. However, for a healthy cross section of you, the Wheel of Fortune is going to land this right back in your lap, Taurus. And you're going to have to start moving some blocks around. And I think a lot of you want this. You want this relationship with this Aquarius. It has just been a fucking calculus problem trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And on Aquarius's behalf, just the other energy that I feel, a lot of Aquarians are dealing with shit that they don't know how to deal with, and they don't want to. The energy here is that they don't want to come to you, Taurus, because they have you in a very high regard for some reason. I don't know, almost on a pedestal. Even though y'all might be on the outs, whatever the hell, they still respect your opinion and how you look at things and how you understand things. And there's just some things they don't want to tell you because they boo-boo ass foolish. I'm just saying, it's dumb shit. They did something dumb and now they got to do something else dumb to fix it. And they don't want to tell you that because they don't want to be embarrassed, or they don't want you looking at them differently. And the same, that energy can flip-flop. It could be Aquarius looking at Taurus like, what the hell? So there's some ground here, but it's going to require both of you. And I'm not really getting a bead on Aquarius being that committed to this relationship. I'm just not. I'm just looking at what's on the board. You got more cup cards on the board than you do, I'm sorry, not cups. There's only one cup. Yeah, you got more coin cards on the board here than you do air. And that says a lot to me. I don't unlike other readers, they can break down the meanings to you, every card from every angle, from every direction. That's not my style. That's not what I do. I'm more of a empathic type person. So I'm picking up the energy. And then when I see different things, that energy just resonates louder. And Taurus. Now, let me get to the good shit, because I don't talk about the bad shit. There's going to be a change. Here's why. The Wheel of Fortune. Taurus, this is probably going to be in your favor. If we want to just put some shit somewhere, it's probably going to be in your favor, and it's going to be some disruption. I know I've heard other readers saying it. I've even seen it on some horoscopes. You know, whatever disconnect there's been is getting ready to be reconnected. And for some of you, there may be reconciliation. For others of you, this is going to be about rearranging the blocks in your life and putting this whole situation behind you. Because I feel like a lot of you still have a big chunky hunky for your Aquarius, and it's blocking you, and not blocking you, but just keeping you from moving forward, because you're thinking about this person, you're wondering about what they're doing, how they're feeling, how come they're not calling you. Those of you that are talking, you're trying to read hieroglyphics because you don't understand. Fuck, you wrote a horse over here and then you put a pig with the hell. I hear you. And maybe in most cases, it would just be best if everybody did this. But again, air energy on this board is limited. Only 2 air cards on the board. 2, 3, 4 coin cards. So that says a lot to me. That says a lot. That says a lot about where Aquarius's energy is right now. And they may not be fully focused for a lot of reasons. For a lot of reasons. Whoever made this judgment up here in the past, you know, and I believe it was Taurus, this scared your Aquarius. It shook them to the point where you made some valid points, Taurus, however this is resonating with you. And Aquarius heard you, but you shook them and they heard you. If you were just throwing some shit up against the wall just to see if it was going to stick or what colors were going to come out, well, this goes a little deeper than that. So there's a point here there's energy between now and the end of the month where you may actually reconnect on some level. It may be for something on the surface. The side popped out. It may be something on the surface. You know, did I leave my cell phone in your car? Some shit like that. Or my house shoes in your bathroom. Some other shit like that. It's going to be on some shit like that. And that will open the door or be the opening for those of you that aren't really communicating to start communicating. Taurus, my suggestion to you is to probably do more listening than talking. If this is going to be that thing. However, I would not stand my ground. I most certainly would. I'd stand all up in it till I broke a chair. I'm just saying. Don't not do this. Regardless of whatever happens, don't not do this. Because at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself and you have to protect your emotions. So don't let, you know, Aquarius just, again, I would do more listening than talking. But when it gets to a point where you know the information that's being given to you or whatever the conversation is being said to you is not correct, it's time to speak up. It's time to speak up. The first card that popped out there was the Decide card. And I think I said this earlier, a lot of you are waffling with this, you know, am I going to be guarded? Or am I going to be wishy-washy? And you kind of flopping back and forth. Do I want it? And Taurus, I mean, and I'm a believer in this. If Aquarius is not showing up in the reading, there's a reason why. And it's not just them. You have This is your reading, Taurus. So you have a lot of control here. Again, you the boss. You are the boss. Let's not forget this piece. It's important. You are the boss of your destiny, of your life. So now, if Aquarius is not showing up the way you think they need to be in your existence, fuck the cards. Let's just talk about it in real life. If you think they're not showing up the way they ought to, where's your energy, Taurus? Are you waffling between them coming and going? Do you want them to come or do you want them to go? Decide. I think a lot of you want this to happen, but again, there are things that, whatever these obstacles are that just kept success from happening in the relationship. A lot of it's a lot of emotional stuff, and I dare say it's probably coming from the Aquarius, more so the Taurus. But, you can't just jump up one day and be like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you ever again, and then 2 weeks later just lay it out on the floor. And I get it. We all get angry, we get mad, we say shit. But you got to clarify your energy, Taurus. That's what you got to do. And here we come back to her, the high priestess. Sometimes we're so busy trying to see what other folks are doing, we're not really paying attention to what we're doing and how what we're doing is affecting the other person. Throwing it out there. Let's see. Talk shop. Call on your runners. See the solution. Clear the path. So we got this part. Make a decision. Talk shop. Get with somebody that has been with an Aquarius before, Taurus. That's exactly what the hell that's just what I said. Find you one of your friends is dating an Aquarius and have dated and figure that out. And talk to them. Get up on YouTube and look for people that are dating Aquariuses. And you don't have to comment or say a damn thing. Just look at what people are saying. Because there's something there that you need to learn that you aren't actually grasping with your Aquarius. I'm just throwing it out there, and good, bad, or indifferent. And sometimes seeing it or hearing it from a different perspective can make all the damn difference in the world. Talk shop. If you can find somebody that's dating an Aquarius, ask some questions. What's it like dating an Aquarius? Get on some of these message boards. Like I said, YouTube, wherever, Facebook, find Aquarius. You ain't got to say nothing, but observe. Look. Listen more than talk. I know I said that. And see if there's something there that you can glean that'll help you in dealing with your own situation with your own Aquarius. Call on your runners. Talking about manifesting. What does your future look like? You need to start calling on your runners, Taurus. I know you're like, what the hell is that? This is the unicorns you call on to make the way smooth. I'm being funny, but that really is what it is. Unicorns, fairies, the great pumpkin, however that is. But there's a future you that you need to tap into so they can make some of this a little easier for you, Taurus. Because y'all are up at night and doing all kind of shit trying to figure this shit out. And it's stalling you out. It's not allowing you to move forward. Call your runners to help you start making baby steps, either fully into this situation or away from it. Ask them to make the way smooth for you. If you're trying to stay in it, see the solution. It's in your head. You just got to work it out. What is it that you need to do? What attitudes do you need to change, Taurus? See the solution so you can have a good outcome, the kind of good outcome that you want to have, Taurus. At the end of all of this, clear your own path. It says clear the path. I'm saying clear your own path. Because you don't know what's coming next. You really don't. You really don't. And this is just what's tickling me, because it just is indicative of the changes that you're probably going to go through with the same Aquarius. I'm just saying. And there's just good shit there, and you can't see it yet because it's all of this. Only thing I can say is make a decision on what you're really trying to do, Taurus. And I think once you do that, because you may have been the one to make this decision. I'm not dealing with you no more. Okay, and that's good, and that's a major card, and that's a big shit. But that's also in your recent past. There's nothing to say that you can't make another decision. Now, that's not to say your Aquarius is going to be any more understanding or not, but the reality of it is you can go back, make another decision. You can apologize, you can do all kind of shit. I'm just throwing it out there. But at the end of all of this, you still have to decide. You can't clear the path if you don't decide what you're trying to do. And I think ultimately this is going to be either you in or you're out type situations. It's not, this energy can't sustain itself for long, in and out and back and forth and up and down. That energy it's not going to last much longer for those of you that are still going through it, simply because it can't sustain itself like that. There's no clear flow, and the universe doesn't operate with that kind of frenetic, when you're dealing with this kind of energy. You got to have some clear flow. It will not sustain itself at that frequency, back and forth and in and out and up and down and over here. You're not going to be able to keep up with that either. So the biggest thing is really taking a step back and thinking about, is this the relationship that you want, regardless of what you've been through, or this is a relationship you no longer want? That's where you're at with that, Taurus. I'm going to leave your reading there. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.